in the universe. I sighed. Paragraph 2. I understand that by volunteering to join the Colonial Defense Force, I agree to bear arms and to use them against the enemies of the Colonial Union, which may include other human forces. I may not during the term...
Oh, sorry, hi. You caught me listening to one of my favorite books. Yes, my favorite book is an old, well, one of my personal favorite books, Old Man's War by John Scalzi. Fantastic book. Something you would really like to read. Okay, it's one of my top recommendations to read. Okay, I usually do it while I'm working. At the moment, I'm working on a particular interesting cartoon. And so I generally put on this book to listen to while I'm working. It's one of my favorites, and I really get deep into it. Right? Okay, so what is Old Man's War? Well, Old Man's War is a story about. Shall I give you some spoilers? Nah, okay. You got to find it out for yourself. Okay. Old Man's War is a story of this old man called John Perry. He's what, 76, 79 ish. Anyway, right? He goes off to the right. See, Earth is is in the galaxy, yeah, and the galaxy is very hardcore. I mean, there's planets, but the planets are occupied or something, or just like they've been fought over because certain resources and stuff are not so plentiful as we expect. So when people tend to find a planet, they tend to fight over it anyway. A livable planet. So, like Earth comes into the system, and we find a way to be there and fighting. Okay, so how does Earth gets its forces to fight? Well, in a very interesting way, they promise to make you younger when you reach a certain age. And of course, as people get older and the thought of becoming young again and fit and strong, yeah, of course, most people do it, right? Okay. And so they change you. They take examples of your DNA and they change you. Okay. Why old people are not young people? Because you lived your life and you know what you're fighting for, so you fight harder, basically. And you're not wasting the population of the planet. Anyway, the hero of the first book is John Perry. He's an ordinary geezer, nice chap, and he gets put into some extraordinary things. Really, it's quite an amazing story. He goes through quite a lot. He kind of meets his wife again in the story, but she's dead. You have to read on to find out about that. Anyway, right, the second book is about her and what she went through and what it is to be a member of the Ghost Brigade. The third book, which I have read, is about their daughter. And Earth finally being told what was going on. Okay. There is another book which is notes on kind of notes. It's like a diary of his wife. um, but all in all, right, there's two other books which I haven't read yet, and I will try and get them as soon as possible because I really do enjoy listening and reading these books. A very exciting stories, much world building, and very interesting science within the story. Right. There's certain ethical questions which are asked in the book. It's an interesting ethical question. If everybody is doing the same thing, shouldn't you not do the same thing? But then what about our humanity? Are we really fighting for our humanity? And is our humanity enough? Well, that question is answered and asked many times in the book. On a whole, it's a very good read. Well written. Like I said, it gives you a very interesting worldview of everything, and in interesting times. Yeah, it's a very interesting place. Would I go? Would I become one of those soldiers? Most probably. Would I know what to do with myself? No. Right. No, it really is a good thing. Certain things which are being put into the book that wasn't there was FTLs. He used those, I think, for the first time in the book. Things that were fantastic are things like brain pals, which are the computers which are put inside your head. Yeah, that's like it. Imagine just having having the internet in your brain. Yeah, that's the best way to describe it. You have a gun called MP35. Your MP35 is something else. It's a weapon beyond. I'm gonna love to see what kind of designs they're gonna have for those, if they're gonna do this new movie. There's lots of stuff, so much stuff there that we will have to talk about each book separately. Is it worth listening to the books, about getting the books? Yes, it's very much worth it. It's one of my favorite stories, and I listened to it many times. Okay, so this is Winston, the Englishman in Athens. I've got more work to get back to, so I'm getting back to my book and my work. Okay, so right now I'm at the beginning of the story again, and it's really interesting. So I'm getting back to it. Okay, all right. See you soon.
Of my service refused.
Englishman in Athens, book review. Okay, Old Man's War, John Sessions. You won't regret it. Okay.
To bear and use arms as ordered, or cite religious or moral objections to such actions in